Hello, this is Fred. Oh, now I'm nervous. My name is Fred Koehler, and I have the distinct honor and privilege of being an illustrator and writer of children's stories. When I was a kid, I would always doodle in the margins of everything, and they turned into stories. So I always thought that it would be super cool to be a children's illustrator. However, I was also under the impression that I would starve to death if I were to try and do that. So I went and got a job in corporate, and then years later I was going to have a son, and I didn't want my kid to grow up and see a dad who didn't follow his dreams. So I started doodling again, I started drawing again, I started writing these stories, and it took years and years and years, rejection after rejection, and then I got the first yes. And the first yes was How to Cheer Up Dad. And they offered me a 2-book deal to write and illustrate children's books. My thing has always been that I take the words that these authors write and I just add all kinds of things to them through the art. The art hardly ever expresses exactly what the words say, but it sort of creates a third thing out of their words and my pictures. There's this emotion that comes across when you see something that's never been done before. You see something that just grabs your attention and makes you excited. And if I can produce that in my work, then I'll feel like I've accomplished something. I was sent a manuscript by my publisher. It was titled Flashlight Night, and it was this gorgeous, gorgeous poem that reminded me of being a kid growing up in the woods, running around with a flashlight. And it talked about castles, and it talked about ships, and it talked about waterfalls, like all this stuff that just doesn't exist in Florida. So I decided I was just going to throw a bunch of gear in a bag along with my camera and my sketchbook, and I was going to take off for the UK, bum around for 3.5 weeks and document everything I saw. I often just see what the kids are playing with and what excites them, and I get excited about it too, and I've just never lost that sense of curiosity or adventure, and I think that really helps me write truth on behalf of those kids. If my books can do something for the kids, it's going to be to inspire them. But if my books are going to do anything for the adults, it's going to remind them that kids are kids. And they just need to play and have fun, and hopefully my books will help families learn together to do that. I just want to say thank you to Lakeland. I love this town.